cutie pies. I am Lanickia, and this is Let's Talk Soaps with Lanickia podcast, episode 2, Forbidden Love. All right, guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, as this will come out on Saturday morning. I know some people don't, but I still like some do and some don't. I When it gets like Friday, I'm like, it is the weekend officially on a Friday evening for me. All right, so let's get into just some things that's going on. First of all, did you guys see that Philip is coming back? He should be, and it's actually an actor that's played him before. So this is Days of Our Lives. And the Days of Our Lives, we've been wanting Philip back, but he's actually being played by, let me see, his name is, he, oh yeah, John Paul. He is the one who's going to reprise the role. He's actually played Philip before, so it's not too much of a departure, since he has. Maybe you never know. Some people don't like, recast, but this wouldn't be so bad because he's had it before. And so I'm not mad at this. I'm looking forward to seeing him back in the role. I'm looking forward to seeing the role of Philip. I know a lot of people don't like, they don't like when they're, soap stars, legacy characters are recast. But as I always tell you guys, if the person who is on the soap no longer wants the role, I would rather see it recast. I would rather see it recast to someone who actually wants to be there, you know, so that we can at least continue to see the character interact, because sometimes the recast, it takes a while, but the person becomes that character as well. So you never know. But anyways, let's get into some of the storylines for this week. We've just finished the week. So the one that so Phyllis, that whole Young and the Restless, their storyline that they have going on right now, that's interesting to me is of course, I like the Jack, Diane, and the battle with the Abbots, the internal family battle that they have going on, as far as Jack and Diane and Billy versus Ashley and Tucker. I want to see how far this goes. Like, could Ashley do it where she takes over Jabot? Because the goal is to slowly take the people away from Jabot and grind it down so that Jabot is so weak that they take it over, that they put it under Simply Ashley, which is her new company with Tucker. I don't know. I wish Ashley would let this go on one hand, because Jack is going to be with Diane. No matter what happens, he's going to be with Diane. So on one hand, I wish she could let it go. But on the other hand, I actually am looking forward to this. But I don't like that they brought Phyllis in, because Phyllis, she can go rogue. She can spiral. I love me some Phyllis. But I also understand the character's weakness as well. And they tell her all they need her to do is be around Diane and just distract her. But the way Phyllis at first was like, oh, this is just too much, Tucker. It's just been so overwhelming. I've lost so much. But the glee in her eyes when she was speaking to Cricket, when she was getting arrested, the glee in her eyes, even Daniel and Summer were looking concerned. And please do not get me started on Daniel, because you want to talk about family loyalty and having none. For me, that is Daniel, personally. But anyways, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that whole saga going on. I wonder, is Billy gonna really get down and dirty with Tucker? Like, if he's really gonna go there, because he seems to want to have peace, especially Tracy. They all seem to want to have peace. So we'll see how that goes. Who else is on this? Oh, and then we saw Kyle taking off his wedding ring because he wants Audra. He was about to dial her number, and then he looked at his hand, he saw his wedding ring, and he took it off. Now Summer is supposed to find out this upcoming week that yes, he's been sleeping with Audra. I'm like, the marriage is over, girl. Now I thought they were gonna have Summer with Chance, right? I was like, okay, I'd be here for that. They're both a little bit boring, but you know, it is what it is. I'll be here for it. Just a new romance to see. But then we see that Chance is gonna make his waves with Sharon next week. So I said, oh well, Summer, you're gonna just have to be on your own for a while. You're probably gonna have to be on your own for a while, but we'll see what happens with you. Um, I'm still loving the whole idea of Adam finally getting his revenge, especially when it comes to Victoria. I and you know, and I was one of those people when Adam was with Sally. I was like, Adam, just walk away from him. Victor doesn't do you right. Walk away until he can treat you fairly. But now I'm like, get your revenge, Adam. You know, go for it because Victoria never learns, and Nate going over to Lily's and um trying to get her to be family again. It's like what you did was a betrayal. And I know he brought up like everything that Devon and Abby have did as well. I understand that, but like I told y'all, I feel as though some it's different from your cousin and your brother. Those two are completely different things, and what Devon was doing wasn't taking the company and giving it to another person. He just wanted his company back. Nate was literally taking the company and giving it to the Newmans, and then he wanted them to put him in place so that he could be their Lily and Devon's boss. Like, so there's a complete difference. Don't compare um those two. Don't compare those two. It's not the same at all. So, anyways, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that as far as Adam and then Sharon trying to merge because Adam is supposed to decide he wants to merge with Sharon. And I don't know. I just feel like going back to Kyle, I feel like Audra has plans for him. I don't know what yet, but I feel like this is deeper than what he's thinking. But I don't know, y'all. Y'all tell me what you guys think. All right, let's keep going to General Hospital, y'all. So we saw that Curtis was the one who was shot and everything, and the whole thing we were trying to figure out was who did it. And so it looks like the WSB or someone, it's either the WSB or someone has gone rogue with the WSB and they want to take Anna out. So I guess because you know we've been looking for a storyline for her, so I guess that's going to be the storyline she goes with. um Molly and TJ and Molly with Christina. Uh, if they're gonna do this storyline, you're gonna have to make TJ and Molly a lot nicer because what I saw today on General Hospital, that does not make me want want them, to watch them more. They were just so rude to Christina, and I'm saying everything you're saying about her, you're kind of doing to like you just, oh, she's selfish. She's all about herself, and the world revolves around Christina. And I'm like, but she was seeming like she was being really nice because she even told Molly, you didn't want to talk about the baby, so I just talked about my foundation and what was going on, and you weren't complaining when she was talking about it, but now all of a sudden it was an issue if you didn't want to listen to it. And I mean, like, how is that not being about yourself, where you say you don't want to talk about it, but because someone is like, okay, well, let's move on with the subject, now it's, oh, we can't get anything in about me because you always talk. I don't know. Molly and TJ were working my nerves today. And so I'm like, if Christina's gonna be their surrogate, I wouldn't want to be. I would not want to be because I think that would turn out to be a huge mess. And you could already tell, when they do the surrogacy storylines, they always end up being a mess anyways. But we'll see how that goes, y'all. As far as, they didn't show them the last half of the week really, but Esme, Spencer, yeah, that whole situation, I feel like, did y'all see the spoiler where they say Heather Weather might be coming back? Esme's gonna be reaching out to her. I don't know. I don't know how true that spoiler is, but I would be here for it. I would, because I like a villain in a storyline, and if you're gonna be a villain, go all the way and be, because you have to have someone who doesn't mind being the bad guy. You have to have that on a soap, and who just owns it. They're like, this is me. Plus, I'm like, we can already, you're making Esme unlikable again, so just go ahead and let her get her memory back and be the villain, because we all see what she's doing with Trina as far as pushing up on Spencer, which I don't even know how they're going to do that, because he's supposed to take a leave, because he got that Netflix special, right? So he's supposed to be taking a leave, and quiet as kept. I cannot wait to watch that whenever that they film that. Well, I don't know what they're doing now, child, because now the writers strike, the actors strike. I don't know. He probably can't film it. I know the actors strike doesn't affect the soaps, but what he was doing was not in the soap world. That was with Netflix. So I'm sure he probably can't do that now. Hopefully they get that together soon, because I do want to see him playing one of the Menendez brothers on Netflix. But I am concerned about him playing that, because I'm like, okay, I've always, as soon as he won Best Young Actor, last year, and you could just tell he was more confident in his acting. Like, you could just look at him and see he was feeling himself a little bit. And I said, he's not gonna stay on the soap. And quiet as kept, I don't think Trina is gonna stay either, because she's a great actress as well. So I don't think they're going to be able to keep these two on the soap, like, as legacy character. The characters might be legacy, but the two actors who are playing them, I don't see them staying um on the soap to be the legacy characters. You know how we saw some people we see grow up on the soaps, like, even though she's playing Maxie now, we met her as Belle on Days of Our Lives, and like Devon and Lily on Young and the Restless. Like, we've seen people grow up on the soaps. But I don't think these two will. I think they're gonna do Michael B. Jordan, where they were on the soaps and then they take off towards Hollywood, and then it takes off, because they're really good actors, and actor and actress to me. But I don't know, y'all tell me what you think. Anyways, so yeah, I think Esme knows exactly what she's doing, and I don't know why General Hospital is doing that. We the fans want Trina and Spencer together. Like, y'all didn't even give us them together for a season. Like, literally a season, summer, spring, fall. Y'all didn't even let them be together this long, or you're not allowing us to see them be together, because we could already see if this goes the way we think it's going, they're going to end up breaking up because of Esme, because she's going to be on some trickery, because Spencer he might not want to admit it. Esme gets on his nerves now, but they do have moments where they're nice to each other. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there and everything. Let me go back to my notes. Sorry guys, I gotta go back to my notes. Gladys. Y'all, I have never disliked a character so much. And I'm like, girl, it is a soap. I said, I know this, but Gladys, the way she's treating Sasha, like, she no longer cares. She no longer, like, as soon as Dr. Damon put Sasha on those pills, and Gladys knew she was going to get, the guardianship was going to remain, and she was probably going to get full access to Sasha's money. Child, Gladys does not care. She's shopping. She's really throwing it in Cody's face, and she's so excited. Like, this is the money hungry Gladys that we used to see all the time, that would try to push Brando and be like, well, your wife's rich, y'all got money now, you married her and y'all got money and everything, because that's all it is. That's what it's about for her. And girl, you are doing a disservice to Brando, because you're not taking care of her. And I'm just so frustrated with Cody, because I've actually started to like Cody, even though when he first came on the show, I was like, no thank you, because they tried to force him in Britt's relationship, and I was like, I don't see it. But I do see it for him and Sasha. I like them together. And so I'm just like, tell the truth about what's going on, Cody, because you could have stopped this whole thing had he told the truth. And I just can't believe the writers are putting Sasha through this again. She's lost so much, and I know she's gonna have to eventually go on maternity leave, but we don't want to see her do it this way. Y'all don't show her sometimes anyways. Why couldn't she just take a break, and then you did so show her character for a while, like you normally would do? Because sometimes they go, Sasha, if she doesn't have a storyline, she'll go a while without us seeing her. So I don't understand why they couldn't do that here, but I don't know. I don't know what's coming down, what's coming along the way with them, but I just know I am tired of Gladys. And I hope that when Sam is investigating what's going on with Cody and Selena Wu, she does figure out what's going on with Gladys. And I wish Cody would figure out that the doctor that's at the tables speaking to Gladys is the same one that's treating Sasha, and understand what exactly is going on as far as her wanting him to give Sasha the pills. But as I've said in the recaps, I don't understand how Sasha doesn't feel that she's high. um because if you talk to some people that have been on, have been addicts, they can, and they take some kind of drug or something, normally they can feel that and they know something's going on. But Sasha's just being manic, and nobody around her, they're seeing this, but no one's thinking she's taking drugs, or no one's asking, what did your doctor give you, what medication has he placed you on? No one's doing that. So, anyways, y'all, I'm just so disappointed in the way they're doing Sasha. I hope it gets better, for her with all of that. Um, and that's pretty much it with General Hospital, because I guess they're gonna start showing. Well, they're supposed to show Austin and Ava, and everything going down with them. I was into that storyline, but I'm kind of over it now, because it's like, no, thank you. With Austin, he's giving me creepy vibes now. I'm not 100% sold that he's not in on it too. I'm just not. I'm not 100% sold on that. And then they're also supposed to show Drew in is it Pentonville, because Days of Our Lives has Statesville, right? So General Hospital has Pentonville. But anyways, Drew is supposed to be shown on there as well. And it was fun. It's cute to see that Walt, he played Jackson Montgomery. He was so surprised by how much the fans wanted to see him. I know I just pivoted, but I was thinking about that. And it's like, yes, we loved Jackson Montgomery. We loved that character. We loved All My Children. So it's nice to see when they come back. Now, spoilers were saying, and I think this is far-fetched, that Susan Lucci might come back as Erica Kane, and she could possibly be the one who Martin was married to. And because it does have to do with beauty, with the Deceptor, y'all know Erica Kane had money. So the 50,000, that doesn't seem like that far fetched that she would be paying that. And because of the beauty and everything, and the person they're thinking has to be from Pine Valley. If they could pull that off, I would love it. But I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. But I would love it if they could pull that off. We will see, y'all. Let's go over here to because that's really all I have for General Hospital as far as anything interesting going on. Trina, Stella, Portia, they're doing a wonderful job in the scenes with Curtis, and I did enjoy the scene where he saw his mom and everything. But again, they bringing people back, and we like, where are they? Because where is she trying to take him? If his mom truly loved him, she would have been telling him to go back, but she's trying to take him. So let's move on to Days of Our Lives, guys. Um, Days of Our Lives was good. I know a lot of people don't like the Abe storyline, but I love it. And so with Lonnie, finally, she found Abe. It's like, oh my gosh. But it was sad to see how Abe was just drugged out. He was just so out of it because, Whitley has been drugging him. But y'all know, if we believe the spoilers, she's gonna get one up on Lonnie, but a lot of people say, well, Lonnie has the ankle monitor on. I mean, that could be cut off. That's probably gonna get cut off of her because Lonnie's gonna go missing. They're gonna be looking for her, and everything. So I don't know. They bust on Jerry's door, so maybe he'll tell him what's going on, and he won't escape, and Steve will actually be able to talk to him. But right now, um, Whitley pointed Steve into Jerry's direction. So he's like, oh, okay. Well, so if Jerry has to be behind it. I said, Steve, you're smarter than this. You are smarter than this. Everything she is saying, you could tell she was just breadcrumbing him to Jerry. And I was like, okay, Steve, okay. But we'll see, y'all. We'll see what ends up happening with that whole thing. But I like the storyline. I keep saying that I love that Abe has his own storyline separate from Paulina Chanel, because that's what we've been seeing him. He's kind of been the sidekick for that. Just monitoring Rafe and Jada and everything. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Speaking of Rafe getting fired, but I don't know how long that's going to last, because next week he's supposed to be with Jada trying to help find Lonnie. But then Lonnie is in his custody, because Eli had to leave. So Lonnie is in his custody. So I don't know what's going to happen with that as far as when he's going to get his job back. But please hurry up and get your job back, because this new mayor is something else. They need to hurry. But y'all know I like a villain, because usually they are umbrella characters and they bring in a lot of different storylines, and I feel like that's what this new mayor is going to do. So I'm rocking with it for right now, but he is a mess, right? um this custody battle with Kristen and Brady, I don't know how this is all gonna play out. Because Brady, y'all loved it. Like, some people in the comments were like, yes, I was so happy when Brady ripped up the papers in Kristen's face. She deserved it. Y'all know Kristen, my girl, so I was like, oh, I can't stand Brady. So, but I don't know. They're saying that this is gonna be like, Brady is actually not doing himself favors, and I thought it was funny how Bell mentioned that this all happened on your watch. Rachel went missing on your watch, sir. So a judge would be inclined to look at that. That you like, because she went to Statesville on your watch. No, Pittenville. No, Statesville on your watch as well. Child, when you do all these soaps, sometimes they get confused on your watch as well. So I don't know. But Kristen is supposed to go. These are all spoilers, y'all. Kristen is supposed to go to Bill and like, Brady threatened me, which apparently he does do. I don't know if she's gonna have video. I don't know how she's gonna do it, but we will see next week when all this goes down. But Days is one of those soaps. It's my favorite one. It's my favorite soap. Then General Hospital. Right now, Young and the Restless. Then Bold and the Beautiful. But Days is my favorite soap because of the writing, and of course the actors, but the writing is so good, because you can tell it's months they planned this in advance. Just by the fact that Megan, the actress who plays Megan, said she stopped filming in December, but her last episode was like July the 6th. So they plan it so far in advance, and you can truly tell in the writing that it is planned to be, and they think out how they're going to end, how they're going to start a storyline, end the storyline. And I do like the fact that they end their storylines. Normally it takes maybe 3 months at the most, but they're wrapping them up. And even if they have a storyline that goes longer, they're still wrapping other storylines up in the meantime. And so it keeps you engaged, and they keep their actors doing something, some kind of working. Because with Paulina, we went from the whole RJ and Lonnie having to go to prison, and then we pivoted to Chanel, finding out Chanel had gotten in trouble in college, and then Sloan being the person to try to take money from them and send Chanel to prison. And then we pivot from there, and now it's Colin with Chanel and Paulina. And then we go from there to now it's Abe's kidnapped by Nurse Whitley. And it's like, y'all sat down and like really thought that through. Like that's crazy because they filmed so far in advance that they're able to sit down. And how many years in advance are you thinking these storylines through? You know what I mean? So I just enjoy the writing on this show, and then the actors who play it, they do a really great job. So then we go from that to, that's pretty much it. The Abe storyline for me. Oh, of course, it's the Dimitri storyline. Dimitri and Leo. Kristen. Now, Little Rachel did see Leo and Dimitri. Kristen didn't say anything about it today when she was talking to Rachel, but I'm sure that's going to come up sometime next week or a week after, depending on when they show them again. But I'm looking forward because the wedding is coming. Like I feel like they're gonna end Abe's storyline, and then we're gonna go right into the Dimitri, ending that storyline on, because he's about to turn 40, supposed to be at the end of this month. So either he marries Gwen and gets the money, like something is about to explode in that, and I look forward to seeing how that all goes down as well. Although I do hate that they're doing, like, Gwen can never catch a break. I know people don't like her, but that's my girl, and she can never catch a break. Has she always falls in love with these men, and they never just want her. They never just want her. She's always falling, and these men are wanting someone else. And I'm tired of that happening to my girl. You know, I would have liked them to just, but I mean, it wouldn't have been scandalous, and we wouldn't have been mad at Leo, because even though Leo has done Gwen wrong, I still like Leo. I'm like, you did my girl wrong, but I still like you, and I just want to see if he's gonna be able to live with this, knowing that he's doing Gwen like this. Because like, who needs enemies when you have a friend doing you this way? But anyways, y'all, that was Oh, and then I'm sorry. Every time I say I'm done, I think of another storyline, because that's how many days has, and they're all interesting to me. Like the Lee, Stefan, Gabby. I don't know when she's leaving the show, but I feel like they're setting up something with them, because they are so confident that they can outsmart Lee. And I'm like, but he keeps getting off. I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, Lee, but he does. He keeps getting off. Every time they think they have him and they're going to arrest him, he gets off. But I wouldn't mind seeing him and Melinda have a storyline together, because y'all know I said I want him with Sloane or Melinda, and so now he's gonna have more scenes with Melinda, and I wouldn't mind that, because I think he needs, like, Lee, he a little bit weak. So I think he needs somebody strong like Melinda on his side. And y'all, and then we go to Johnny, who, I'm glad that Wendy did choose Trip. I'm so happy she chose him, because honestly, Johnny Johnny has feelings for Chanel that he's denying. He's in complete denial about those feelings, and I agree with Wendy on that. And I'm glad she chose someone who only wants her, and she better only, because I don't like the way she said it's not our time, right? It's not our time, and I'm like, what do you mean by that? Because that implies that another time could be their time. No, ma'am. If you want Trip, be with Trip. Don't just choose Trip because you feel like Johnny is in love with Chanel. Like, be with Trip because you want to be with him. But she did say that we're growing closer. So now I guess we're gonna see Johnny have this triangle with Talia, since Talia is now, even though she said she was straight, now all of a sudden she goes on one date with Chanel and she got feelings and she's confused. I say, oh my gosh, y'all gonna let Chanel turn out everybody who comes? Like, honestly, hold on, y'all. Is Chanel gonna turn out every single person who comes? Is that what we're doing? Who comes on the show? Is that what we're doing now? Because Allie, all of a sudden she wanted Chanel. Now Talia didn't even want to be in the romantic relationship. Didn't want to play the part, because she kept telling Colin, "I'm not gay. I'm not bi. I don't want to do this." Now all of a sudden she's confused and she doesn't know. I said, okay, but it's Days, and y'all know how Days does, so I'm gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna roll with it. or whatever. But because I honestly want to see Johnny and Chanel together. They didn't really get their chance at happiness because the devil possessed, and the whole everything got blown up from that after they got married. So I would like to see them in their chance of happiness. But we'll see, y'all. We'll see what ends up happening with that. So let's go over here to this forbidden love on the boat and the beautiful, y'all. This whole scenario with Liam, not Liam has told everybody who would listen that he is done with Hope. After one kiss, she kissed Thomas. He can't forgive her. Thomas is, and listen, I've been telling y'all, you have to have boundaries, expectations, and standards. Hope doesn't have any. Like, just to be honest, Hope doesn't have any, but Liam certainly does, because he even though he is absolutely, if right was right, he would forgive Hope because she's put up with Steffi when he was flip flopping between them. So if right was right, he would forgive Hope and they could work on their marriage. But he said, no, my boundary is that if you cheat on me with Thomas, I'm going to remove myself from the marriage. And he went right from seeing them kiss to straight, I want a divorce. I don't even want to be with you anymore. I can't look at you. Every time I'm just standing here and I just see the kiss happening in my face. And then on today's episode, he said, when I don't even know if the kiss was all they did. Now, at the time, that was all they did, sir. But now, but everyone's telling him, go talk to Hope, go talk to Hope. But I say, you're going to tell this man to do this. And when he finally decides to do it, it's going to be too late. And y'all going to set him up for heartbreak again. And then we see Steffi and Finn. I don't know why she won't just tell Finn that Liam kissed her, because she did nothing wrong. So just tell the truth, because the longer they make her not tell, the more I think that they're going to try to blow up Steffi and Finn's relationship. And I'm not here for that, because I like these two together. And please, for the love of goodness sakes, why do you keep trying to put Steffi with Liam? Like, why does it have to be Liam who messes up her marriage with Finn? Why couldn't you bring somebody else in to do this? I don't know. And then we see, Taylor is concerned about Thomas because she feels like Hope kissing him. Yes, it was Hope's fault, but what if this triggers something in Thomas's mind to start up his obsession again? Because now he has the kiss, and he got this whole time he just wanted Hope to desire him, and now he finally gets a taste of that. What if that starts up that obsession again? I said, you know what, Taylor, you are right. Now that I think about it, you are right about that, to be concerned. But Ridge is not. He's like, oh, it is what it is. It's nothing. But baby, as close as Taylor was on Ridge and the way she was looking at him, I said, girl, please leave this man alone. Y'all know Taylor is my girl. I know a lot of people think I like Brooke just because I'm not biased on the soaps. And if somebody is wrong, I'll say, even if they're my favorite, I'll say they're wrong, right? And even if I don't care for a character, it's not even that I don't care. I'm just indifferent to a character. If I feel like they're right or they're being done wrong, I will say, I'll say that. But Brooke is not my favorite character on this show, but because I feel like, yeah, please put her and Ridge together. I don't want him with Taylor. So yes, please put Brooke and Ridge together. People think that, oh, well, you like Brooke, but actually I my favorite is Taylor on the show. But sometimes she does things and I have to call her out for it. But moving on from that, Brooke going to Thomas's place and seeing Hope's things and going up those stairs. I said, baby, mama is running in those stilettos. You better run up those stairs. She ran up those stairs, and the way her eyes got huge when she saw Hope in bed with Thomas, Brooke was so disgusted. Brooke was so disgusted. It had me rolling. Like, the whole scene had me rolling. Because first of all, she like, get up out that bed. And the next thing you see, they're out of the bed. And then she's like, this is not going to happen. You hear me? You too. I'm saying, mama, these are not children. You can't forbid them to see each other. And baby, when Hope was like, it's beautiful. What we share is beautiful. Now, I keep telling people, I'm concerned about this. I know people want Thomas and Hope together, but my concern is, does Hope really want Thomas like that? Or is she just feeding her ego and feeding her emotions that Liam doesn't want me? Because she keeps saying, like, I didn't like this. She said this in front of Thomas. Maybe what I'm doing is wrong and it's scandalous. And I say, wait a minute, girl. It's the way she keeps saying that. She's just like, this might be wrong, but it's just beautiful. Why does it always have to be wrong with you? Like, I get what she's saying about other people might think it's wrong or whatever, but she keeps repeating this. And I feel like, and then she won't even take ownership that this is you. You did this. Because she's like, Liam is the reason we're doing this right now, Thomas. He's the reason because he ran to Steffi. Liam wants to, even when she was talking to Brooke, Liam wants a divorce. So what am I supposed to do? He's the one who told me he wants a divorce. It's never that I want Thomas, and so that's why I'm doing it. It's always based off somebody else. I'm concerned about that. Thomas is not my favorite person. Y'all know I think Thomas is a psycho. I'm sorry. I know y'all love Thomas. I get it. I see the comments. I know you love Thomas. That's why I don't go back and forth with you in the comments. I just put you a little heart and keep it moving because we can all agree to disagree about some things. But I can also see that Hope, you're using this man. Like I'm agreeing with Taylor that Hope is using Thomas to feed her ego. She's gonna use him to feed her ego. And then if it happens, what I think is gonna happen is Hope is gonna go home. She's gonna put this out of her mind. She's gonna do exactly what Brooke says and forget about it. And then all of a sudden she's gonna end up pregnant. That's what I think is gonna happen. She's gonna end up pregnant, and once that happens, she's gonna have to reveal that she slept with Thomas. But I don't know. Anything is possible, when it comes to this soap. So we will see about all of this. But that's it pretty much, you guys, with that. Brooke was so ticked off when she saw them together. Thank you guys for watching this podcast, episode 2, Forbidden Love. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys be safe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Again, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye.